Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Miss Linda C. Jones. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I was invited to participate in a book fair local author signing. I don't have a book, but I do have my very own CDs that I recorded. And so there is my Broadway pop rock and blues CD, and then here is my Christmas CD called Making Christmas Memories. And so I feel quite honored to be a part of this book fair, book signing of Louisiana authors. My dear friend Kathy is acting as my agent. Hi Kathy.
Hi Linda, how are you?
I think I'm hanging in there. I can't thank you enough for being here and helping me sell some CDs today. So Kathy and I grew up in this beautiful little building that you're viewing. This is the former St. Francis Xavier Church. It's just the most beautiful, cozy little church that ever existed. And Kathy and I we just love our church. So now it's a hall, and many activities take place in this beautiful building that was once a church because a new church was built. So for any of you out there who may be interested in purchasing one of my CDs, come on by 444 Metairie Road, St. Francis Xavier in Metairie, Louisiana. I would absolutely love to meet you and sign a CD for you. And some of these amazing Louisiana local authors that you see set up all over the room are selling their books and they're signing them for you. And since it is November the 16th, the day before my birthday, Kathy. I know people are getting so tired of hearing that. But anyway, November the 16th, this is not a bad time to stock up on Christmas gifts, everyone. So here you have everything that you need for your dear friends that love to read. And my friend Kathy is quite an avid reader, and she absolutely loves books. So she is the perfect person to help me with this. Kathy was telling me about one of the local authors here, and I thought it might be great to give someone else a plug other than myself. So Kathy, would you just go ahead as I pan out into the viewing audience, would you tell everyone about this local author and what type of book she writes?
Well, one of my favorite authors is a lady by the name of Liz Scott, who uses the pseudonym Modine Gunch and writes New Orleans-themed books in the vernacular. And they are just the most hilarious books you've ever read. I've been reading them for years. I fell in love with her first book, entitled Never Heave Your Bosom in a Front Hook Bra. And I see that she has written a new book. I can't remember the title of it, unfortunately, but I would love to go over and meet her before we leave today and purchase her new book.
I think that would be really cool, and I would love for you to, once you meet her, to introduce me to her. So there you have it, folks. My dear friend Kathy Olson has plugged a local Louisiana author, and she comes on very high recommendation. Kathy, have you had an opportunity to check out any of the other books?
I looked around quickly when I first came in. There are a lot of books that look very interesting. There's one lady who's written a couple of cookbooks that I might be interested in. If not today, then I will make sure I get one of her cards and purchase one later. She's very cute. She's wearing her Mamer's bonnet.
Oh, wow.
To kind of advertise recipes that old family recipes, I think. Something about Mamer's German Coast cookbook or something like that.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. I just think this is a wonderful event, and the weather is cool. It's a beautiful day. Kathy, as we're speaking of some of these other local authors, so I'm a local New Orleans musician. You think I should tell the folks what's on my CDs?
I think that would be advisable, yes.
Okay, so on this CD, everyone, the Miss Linda C. Jones and then some CD. I have 20 songs. All That Jazz, Nowadays, Beautiful Boy, Unexpected Song, Being Alive, What I Did for Love, Another Suitcase in Another Hall, The Man That Got Away, Cabaret, His Eye is on the Sparrow, Here, There, and Everywhere, Anyone Can Whistle, How About You, Moon River, As If We Never Said Goodbye, Big Spender, Birthday Blues, Send in the Clowns, One, and My Knives of Seeing the Glory. And Kathy, one of the things that I love, if you want to hold that up for everybody, one of the things that I love about, that I loved and love about this CD was the blessing of working with a myriad of local musicians, some quite impressive. For example, on 3 of the songs on this CD, Our Louisiana, first chair trumpeter for the Louisiana Philharmonic, Mr. Vance Wolfe, who still has that role, is the trumpeter on 3 of the songs. My dear friend, who you also know, the great Mr. Richard Harrison, flautist and music instructor, he wrote a special flute part for the song What I Did for Love. There are church musicians, rock and roll musicians, any and every kind of genre of musicians that came together to create this CD. And I have an original on there called Birthday Blues because I love my birthday so much. For some reason, I think it's because I feel that birthdays are a celebration of life. And so I literally wrote that with my friend Christopher Holmes at my 36th birthday as the party was beginning in front of everyone. And as they say, the rest is history. Kathy, would you mind telling everybody the songs that's on the Christmas CD?
Sure. Let's see. Let It Snow, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, Ave Maria, Night of Silence / Silent Night, Happy Christmas / War is Over, Winter Wonderland, Silver Bells, I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is one of my favorites.
Awesome.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Merry Christmas Baby, White Christmas, another one of my favorites, Go Tell It on the Mountain. And the bonus track is one that Miss Linda has written herself called The Custodian of My Emotions.
So The Custodian of My Emotions has a cool little story that I'll share with you before we wrap this video up. And it has nothing to do with Christmas. Thus, it's a bonus track. So this guy that I've always been madly in love with and I were having this very intense discussion. Please come back, Donna, because I want to talk with you. We were having this intense discussion one day, and he would say the coolest things. And it was a heated discussion, but one out of passion and love. And he says, Linda, my goodness. Well, he said something else, but Linda, he goes, that person is not the custodian of my emotions. Why are you worried about that? And the rest, as they say, is history, and thus came a blues rock psychedelic song in which some instrumentation freelanced by the great Christopher Holmes, Louis Carrillo, and Owen Pascal. Owen on bass, Christopher on lead guitar, and Louis Carrillo on drums, and yours truly on vocals and writing the lyrics and some of the music. So that's the story of the custodian of my emotions. So I sort of dredged up all of these images in my head about someone being the custodian of your emotions, and it sort of turned around, in fact, that I guess he became the custodian of my emotions. So therein lies the reason as to why I wrote that song. Would you care to elaborate on that wild tale of my life, Kathy?
No, that's okay. Thank you. I think you did a fine job.
Well, thank you. So people, my dear friends out there, please come on to the book fair and signing. I'll sign your CD. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, music.
Music. This is a Broadway CD. It has blues, jazz, pop rock, but mainly Broadway, and all sorts of local Louisiana musicians on it, including the first chair trumpeter to the Louisiana Philharmonic playing trumpet. And then the other CD is a Christmas CD with a myriad of musicians participating, and it has tons of Christmas music.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I will keep it in mind.
Well, thank you. And if you wouldn't mind taking a card, thank you so much. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. And much gratitude to my dear, dear, dear friend, Kathy Kingsmill Olson, for standing by my side and helping me on yet another adventure in the life and times of Kathy and Linda. Bye, everybody. Bye, Kathy.
See ya.